4 years, 1,400 mornings on that ice, and the performance that mattered lasted 90 seconds. Her name is Mara. 4 winters, same routine, 5 a.m. Blades echoing off empty bleachers, breath hanging like smoke under the exit sign glow. She's training for something that will last 90 seconds. 90. For that, she gives up 4 years of mornings. It sounds insane. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why she does it, and why the loudest moment of her life hasn't happened yet. Now across the world. An unheated pool, steam rising off black water, a city's neon bleeding through fogged glass. A man named Kai slides in before sunrise, every winter, 4 years running. His hands are chapped raw. Nobody's timing him but a battered clock on the wall. 2 strangers, oceans apart, who will never meet, doing the exact same impossible thing for the exact same 90 seconds. Keep that puzzle in your head. Let me tell you what those mornings are really like. The rink is colder than the street outside. Mara's fingers won't bend for the first 10 minutes. The only witnesses are a mop bucket and a flickering scoreboard nobody turned off. She skates the same corner 200 times, chasing a tenth of a second she can't even feel. No applause. No proof it matters. Just the scrape of steel and a number on a screen. Kai's pool is worse. The heater broke in his first year and was never fixed. He counts laps in a language only he hears, lungs burning. The water so cold it feels like a slap that never ends. Some mornings he sits on the edge for a full minute, telling himself to get in. Then he gets in. 400 mornings. 500. He stopped counting the mornings a long time ago and kept swimming. So here's what I couldn't shake. Why? Why would anyone trade 4 years of freezing dark for something the world watches for 90 seconds and forgets by dinner? No money in it. No fame. Most people won't even learn their names. Pause the noise in your head for a second and really ask it, what could possibly be worth that? Hold the question. The answer doesn't come until the very end. Mara says it plain. There were mornings I sat in the car in the lot, engine off, just staring at the door. I had a job offer once, normal hours, warm office, a life where nobody asks why you're tired. I almost took it. What kept me getting out of that car wasn't motivation. Motivation died in year 1. It was a promise I made to a version of myself nobody else believes in. Kai tells it different, quieter. People ask if I love it. I don't, not most days. Loving it isn't the point. My father worked 30 years on a night shift no one thanked him for. He never once got a walkout. I told him I'd get one for both of us, so I get in the cold water. Every morning I don't want to, I hear him, just get in, son. Now stop. Think about the last time you did something hard when absolutely no one was watching. No post about it, no credit. Just you, the early dark, and a promise you almost broke. That thing you did quietly, that's the real you. Not the highlight reel, the empty rink. Because here's what most people get backwards about discipline, and it's the whole reason Mara and Kai keep going. Look at the people who reach the very top of endurance sport, and a strange truth shows up. The overwhelming majority of their training hours happen with 0 spectators, just a coach, a stopwatch, an empty lane. Almost none of the work that makes the moment is ever seen by anyone. The part the world celebrates is a sliver. The part that earns it is years long and invisible. That's not the exception. That's the rule. Then this week the letters came. Both of them oceans apart, selected. Not to win, just to walk. To march out at the opening of a great games among thousands of others, most in events you'll never hear named. Mara packs a gear bag worn thin at the seams. Kai zips one just as frayed. 2 buses, 2 cities, wet neon streaking the windows, rolling toward the same tunnel neither has stood in before. The darkest morning came in year 3. Mara fell hard, tore something in her ankle, lay on the ice staring at the half-lit ceiling. A doctor said stop. A friend said you've given enough. That was the choice, walk away clean or bury another year in the cold with no guarantee it ever pays off. She chose the cold. It cost her the wedding she skipped, the friends who stopped calling. She stayed. Kai nearly broke the same winter. The pool flooded and closed for 2 months. He drove 90 minutes each way to a colder one, sleeping in his car between shifts to afford the gas. I lost people that year, he says. A relationship, a lot of sleep. Everyone thought I was chasing a medal. He wasn't. He was keeping a promise to a tired man on a night shift. He kept driving. He kept getting in. Now the night arrives. Rain slicks the stadium approach, the whole city glowing wet and electric. Inside the tunnel, it's dark and loud with breathing. Thousands of athletes packed shoulder to shoulder, gear bags gone, matching jackets on. Mara stands near the front. Kai, by pure chance, 3 people behind her. They don't know each other. They don't speak. Ahead, a wall of noise they've never once heard aimed at them. And then the line starts to move. Here's the answer to the question I made you hold. They didn't spend 4 years for the 90 seconds. The 90 seconds is just the receipt. What they were really building, alone in the cold, was the kind of person who keeps a promise no one's checking. The rink didn't make her fast. It made her unbreakable. The pool didn't make him strong. It made him the man who gets in. That's the prize. The medal's optional. The tunnel mouth opens. Light hits them like a physical thing, a stadium roar, 100,000 voices, cameras flaring like lightning off the wet track. Mara's chest cracks open, 4 years of silence answered all at once. Kai blinks into the glare, jaw tight, eyes wet, and somewhere a tired man on a night shift is watching a screen. 90 seconds of light, for 4 years of dark mornings. They walk out together, strangers, side by side. Halfway across, the noise so big it feels like weather, Mara turns to the stranger beside her, Kai, and says the only thing that fits. Nobody saw this part. She doesn't mean the walkout. She means the 4 years, the empty rink, the car in the lot, the morning she almost quit and didn't. Kai nods like he's known her his whole life, because he lived the same secret in a colder pool oceans away. And that's the thing no highlight reel will ever show you. The world only ever meets people at their walkout. It never sees the tunnel they crawled through to get there. If you're grinding through something right now that nobody claps for, the early alarms, the reps, the quiet work, then you already understand these two better than the crowd ever will. If that's you, subscribe. This channel is for people who show up in the empty rink. So the next time your alarm goes off at 5 and every excuse lines up, remember Mara in the cold car and Kai on the edge of the freezing pool telling himself just get in. You will not feel motivated. You're not supposed to. You show up for the promise, not the applause. The dark mornings are where the person gets built. The lights only confirm what you already became. Keep going when no one's watching. So here's what I'll leave you with. The world only claps for the walkout. It never sees the 4 years it took to earn it. Somewhere tomorrow morning before your alarm, someone laces up in a half-lit rink and chooses the cold again. If you're building something in the dark that nobody sees yet, this one was for you. Keep lacing up. Nobody claps for the dark mornings. I'm Cole. Subscribe, a new story like this every evening.